Okay. Right. Probably not in the condition to do a podcast. You're not in the condition to do your podcast, so not mine. Make a podcast song. All right.
Yeah.
I'll text you when I'm done. Hey, hi, hello, everybody. Whew. We're at the desk. Do you guys follow me on Instagram? We're at the desk that Mark built me in the bedroom, but now this means you see the bedroom in the lives. Anyone familiar with insect aliens? I was just talking about the fucking praying mantis alien that showed up in that one live on the $20 tier. All right. A few things I want to go over real quick. I did an episode this week about the 7th dimensional notes that I've gotten about the download coming. And I didn't like the episode. Go figure. So I didn't release it. And it's interesting. I get these notes and then I like want to talk about them, and then the episodes never work. That happened with 60 as well. What's interesting is I didn't want to talk about 60 because it was I want to wear these, but I don't want to look at my fucking reflection in them. Not a choice, huh? I kept deleting the 60 ones because I thought it was going to freak people out last year. I didn't know how to be like, if the internet goes down, you know, and white supremacy is about to collapse. I didn't know how to explain that in a way. 70 feels so much fucking better, but here's some things to just, fake shit is done. Gaslighting is done. If you are living a life where you're not being truthful, I'd get in front of that. I'd be honest. This is what you guys saw the debate last night, maybe. Like, they just like, you can't be fake anymore. You can't be fucking fake. Yes, Ashley, I'm on this. For those of you that don't follow me on Instagram, I was like, I need a computer desk. And Mark built a computer desk. He was like, I'll just build one. I don't know how to, I can't make this thing show it to you. He just built this desk, like just built it into the goddamn wall. It's crazy. It's fucking amazing. I knew these people existed. I just never got to live with one before. Sorry, ADD. Okay, first of all, I have a funny story to tell you. And if you were supposed to have a reading with me today and I moved it, now you get to know why. I tried microdosing today because I wanted to stack psilocybin and lion's mane to help with the brain fog, which I actually haven't had bad in like 4 days, 5 days, 6 days. Might be a week. Anyway, but I am psychedelics and I am extremely sensitive to any mind altering substance. I can't smoke weed. When I do psychedelics, I take way less than everybody else. And I did a microdose that everyone else in the house did yesterday. And I took it and then forgot. It was like hours before my first reading. And then I fucking spent like 20 minutes laying on a biomat trying to make a pick stitch of Mark's face and his cat's face, at which point I was like, oh shit, I'm high. And then shortly after that, the room started spinning, and which sometimes happens just from the antibiotics. And so I was like, oh, this is the antibiotics are making me sick. I need to take a nap. And then I laid down to take a nap, and I then started to fall asleep. I was just like nauseous and the room was spinning, which is what happens on those antibiotics if I don't like eat the exact amount of food and water. And then the fucking like thing that happens when I do mushrooms is that it was like, hey, have you ever thought of all of the worst things you've ever done to let people down that know you, like that cared about you? And so then I just cried and thought about that stuff for about an hour. Then I finally fell asleep just in time to have to wake back up because I had to pee. Then I got back into bed and laid there in a state of like needing food and coffee, but not being able to get up. And then, then I got into a bath. Anyway, sorry if I had to push I also like didn't want to overshare. So I was like, hey, not feeling well, which was true. But then I felt like, fuck, I'm definitely going to tell this story on the live tonight. So full disclosure, I got fucked up off of, it was 0.4, which is too much, right, Darren? I got to get away from these people with high tolerances for substances. I would love to try it with acid. I don't have that much acid, I don't think. I'm trying it for mushroom. It's mushroom specifically because of the brain fog, I think. I don't know. All right. This is all I do. This is all I fucking do. We did a trip and I spent the whole time crying about how I'm a bad mother. And I remembered every time my kid ever asked for my affection and I was distracted. Somewhere there's a file of that in my head. And I was like, I just abandoned my children. And I like fucking anxiously attached Phoenix in the middle of the night. And we're like, what the fuck? So I like acid, man. All right. So anyway. Yeah, 0.4 is too much. So I have some other microdoses and I don't know why I was trying to play with the big boys. I have gained 20 pounds since quarantine, and I'm saying that because it's hard to just cross my legs. Like I've just finally got to the point where it's hard to cross my legs. I carry it all in like the same like 2 feet of my body and the legs get unmanageable. So anyway. Okay, what was I talking about? 17 downloads. So everything's going to have to be authentic. Everything's going to have to be true. We're really, 5D is integrating. It's integrating into every corner of our being and our society. And you're just not going to be able to be full of shit. And that's going to help aid the collapse of the old systems because they're based in bullshit. And so you're going to have a real low tolerance for everything that isn't authentic. That is going to spread out. Something is going to happen. I don't know what it is. Something that levels the playing field where the earth just doesn't participate with anyone that isn't living in harmony with it. I don't quite know what that means yet. And then the other big one is people are going to wake up. Like people you can't fucking imagine waking up are going to wake up. They're already waking up, and the rich are going to wake up. Like that's the most likely right now outcome for the balancing of the scales is that the people holding the power are going to wake up. I'm already getting a lot of like I can kind of tell what's going on by the people I'm doing readings for. And there's a lot of people that you would not fucking imagine waking up. And so when you're feeling hopeless in the next couple of months because you had maybe a fantasy version of how this next couple of months was going to plays out, realize that these guys could just wake up and everything is completely different. No, we're probably not going to get to eat them. Sorry. That said, we should still be redistributing the wealth ourselves. I was on Twitter 20 minutes. I don't know what I'm thinking about right now, but I'm distracted by it. It's not brain fog. I'm like thinking about something else. I was on Twitter earlier, and one of the people I follow said you have 2 weeks to prepare. And then somebody said for what? And then she said for the point of no return. I don't know what happens in the next couple of months. All I get is that it's going to break people's hearts. That's all I got. It's going to break your heart. Might not break your heart here on the $10 tier, but if you were holding out hope for the old world to be anything other than what it has proven itself to be over and over and over again, your toxic ex is going to finally cut this cord for you. Yes, this micro was today, Darren. Are you alluding to something about my mental acuity in this live? Because you might be right. I don't even know why I'm doing these things. I felt fucking great, by the way, after I came down. It's fucking really good. The readings that were left were fucking great. This is not, so far, not great. Fuck the old world. Well put, Dan. Are you talking about Breonna Taylor? Oh shit. Is that happening during this? That's not happening this soon, is it? George Floyd's. I'm really afraid to fucking hands up. If you guys are waiting for me to put out a parenting podcast, I did a parenting podcast called Mom Interrupted. I talked for 2 hours about my parenting philosophies. That's probably as good as it's going to get. I did also fuck Phoenix's pronouns up in it. I've lost plenty of sleep over that. And then I talked to Phoenix about it and was like, what do you think? Should I pull the episode? And Phoenix was like, I think it's a valuable conversation about parenting a trans kid, and it's fine. My 10-year-old was like, maybe you're crazy. So there's that. I also did Noah's podcast. Is a pretty good conversation about, I don't actually remember what it was about. That's beautiful, Jesse. What else? I feel like I had a bunch of shit. I want to do. I didn't mean to click on that one. That was a. Whoo! No, it was about health and voting. I do need to get on tinfoil hat again. Sorry. I was actually supposed to do something with him like weeks ago, and then it was just a day that I was like, not into it. All right, I have to stop looking at this for a second because it's activating my ADD. Okay, so focus, Jocelyn. Here's what's very important. For the last few years, you have been realizing that you are a galactic being. Okay, Soberish was created to, unbeknownst to me in the beginning, to get a hold of a certain group of galactic beings. Y'all have woken up, you have realized who you are. In 2021, you have to get to work. You don't have time anymore to get caught up in the concerns of the human existence. You are a galactic being who came to the planet to carry out a mission. And if every day all you're doing is thinking about how you are a galactic being who came to planet Earth to carry out a mission, and you start to live your life like a galactic being parading as a human, it's going to be a lot easier for you. But when 2021 hits, it's time to get the fuck to work. That's your message. I'm going to be making some changes, just so you guys know. You guys are getting the heads up. At the end of Mars retrograde, my job will be changing a little bit. You got a couple more months to work through some shit. Not that you won't be working through some shit, but here's some. My next episode is going to be about projection and how to stop projecting. How to be an observer and not a judger of your reality, so you can start to back out and experience it. That's very funny. I think you'll probably figure that out in the next few months, if you want to. You don't want to? You don't want to. You have some sort of weird thing that people do when they're trying to manifest something, but they have like attached themselves. So it's like, I want to pursue my dreams. Yeah, like you've created like 2 options when there's actually 100 options. I don't know. I don't know if we've already talked about this in the past, but your energy is reading like someone who doesn't want to quit their job. So it's probably that you've convinced yourself that you have to have it for something. Yeah, the thing about figuring out what you're supposed to do, this is my favorite way to walk people through this process. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Like, pretend money and survival were inevitable and didn't exist. What do you want to do? Are there people you want to help? I want to buy a piece of land and create a thing. And it's like, okay, where's the land at? Have you learned anything about the land? Have you figured out how much it costs? Have you figured out if you can't actually get it, you want to open up a homeless shelter? Have you done any research into this? Or are you waiting for $1 million to land in your lap so then you can start? Because that's not how people get $1 million. It's just, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? That's it. Your mission is the thing that you think is cool, would be fun. Yeah, it's a good idea. This feels like an untiable knot for sure. Oh, there's a weather storm. I didn't know that there was. I watched a little bit about that fucking debate, and I was like, oh my God, how does anyone think that this is real? Reality, I mean. The debate, it's so off the rails. Everything's so off the rails. Are we voting for that? I'm going to vote I'm going to vote just so I can say this is fucking asinine. But Jesus Christ. Yeah, probably. I have noticed a huge uptick in that. But it's also because people are working through that authenticity thing. That's going to be huge. The body earth connection is going to be huge. I think we're going to figure out autoimmune diseases, she says, because she got one. Because I think it's all part of it. We're going to learn this like gentle balance. I think something's going to happen to the medical system and shut that down. I'm feeling pretty fucking good about 2021. Going to be a lot of death still, but if you don't identify with that system, it's going to be fine. All right. I thought the creepiest thing, I'm going to skip a bunch of these because I want to get to the reading. I thought the creepiest thing about the debate was when Biden would like look at the screen and then talk to the screen like in old debates. That was the part that was like so surreal because it was like, oh shit, he's like whoo. Debates always felt fake to me, but it's crazy. All right, I don't want to get too far down this rabbit hole right now. No, it was absolutely spiritually significant. It was like, guys, this is not real. That we are watching corpses, both literal and metaphorical, yell at each other. And they're just like old, nearly dead white men arguing, so disconnected from the actual fucking world. I just thought this couldn't be more like allegorical for what's happening right now. I feel like these glasses are making things worse. Miriam said, am I the only one with borderline extreme depression right now? I also saw another channeled message that was talking about, and these are channelers that I really follow on Twitter. These next couple weeks are really deep in our inner stuff, so that makes sense. I'm dealing with, the usual attachment damage shit. I'm like more awake in it though, and I'm like observing in a way. All right. All right. Dun, dun, dun. I'm only voting because I want to talk to people after the vote is over about how we do something actually effective. And I feel like trying to help people who believe that the vote mattered, I don't know. Just doesn't feel like if I want to help people and they feel like that was the thing and I didn't fucking put the minimal effort in to do that, then while they're grieving, they're not going to want me to help them. So just fucking, I don't believe in it. Just so we're clear. I think it's rigged. I don't even think they count the fucking things. Yeah, they all have like the most, one of them's name is Sarah on Twitter. So I don't follow a ton of people. If you follow, let me see what her thing is. Oh, Sarah is at alien here 2, the number 2 love. So it's Sorry, I feel like this is ADD as fuck. Brooks can get a little wild sometimes, but I really like her. And then the other one is, oh fuck, what's her name? Denise? Avatar Denise is Sugar. There we go. You guys love this content. I've tried to have both of these women on the podcast, by the way. It just hasn't worked out yet. Denise does Akashic Records stuff. That's really good. Okay. I'm going to stop looking at this for a minute. All right. So pick a pile. This is your Saturn going direct reading. Okay, so Saturn is going direct. Yeah, Saturn went direct yesterday. So Saturn was reverse, I almost said, retrograde for the last 4.5 months, and now Saturn has gone direct. This is how that energy. Why October 18th? Why am I saying that? Between now and October 18th. Sorry. I got New Aliens, and these ones are not very, they don't really explain much of what they're saying. Group number 1, Saturn going direct. You are about to get your maps. Look for synchronous. Oh God, I hate this reverse thing. Look for synchronicities around color. That color card means something different for me every time. And a lot of times I just don't know what it means. I don't resonate with it for some reason. Okay, here's the block for this group, okay? This map is trying to make itself like known to you, all right? A lot of like comparing yourself. A lot of comparing yourself to other things and not letting this thing come in because it's like, well, who am I? Who am I to do this? My favorite fucking healers in the royalty department are people who are like, I have no idea what I'm doing. This doesn't exist anywhere else. I fucking do this thing with my hand. I had a fucking amazing healing session with someone who's just like downloading a new modality. It doesn't exist anywhere else. And they're just doing it and they feel kind of silly doing it, but they're doing it anyway. And this group right here, this thing is trying to come in and you are resisting it or will be resisting it between now and October 18th because you're like, well, who am I? I haven't seen anyone else do this. I don't know this thing that I'm doing, but like you came to this planet to work this ascension. We don't need you to be, I mean, if you're not already fucking certified in something, that's not what we need. We need you to pull that fucking map out from behind your belly button and use it. Okay. So we're going to have to get, in the words of Seal, we're going to have to get a little bit weird. That's not what Seal said, right? All right. Pile number 2. All right. There's some heartbreak here. You're kind of on a KLB tripping. I sound like you're what? Moving towards your destiny. Okay. You got to let go of the thing. You're not, these two things are two different timelines. Okay. You're going to die here. We got some twin flames in this one, I think. Let go of the thing. It's like not even fun to hold the cards up with this reverse thing. Why can't I get it? Hi, Alyssa. Your heart's going to break. Okay, so for some of you are really attached to some 3D fucking like old world thing, and it has to go. It has to go. Okay? It has to go. Your abuser is not going to stop being your abuser. You can't heal where you were hurt. You're trying to move towards this like this happy fucking life. Let this one go, man. Let it go. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Okay. This destruction is sacred. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's painful. Look what's on the other side. Fusion and magic and abundance. Okay. You just have to let it go. I feel like you already know this, but there's like some bargaining. Probably, Miriam, probably that's what's happening. So for some of you, this is a twin flame. For one of you, it's a straight up spouse that you don't even want to be with. You don't even fucking want to be with. But can't I be happy and also not look like a bad person for ending this marriage when we have kids? Ooh, we haven't run into that energy in a little while. And for some of you, it's some belief that the government is somehow going to stop sucking for a minute or whatever. It's an attachment to like an old system that's just not going to do it. All right. So number 3, I feel like number 2, that was enough. Sorry. It's fucking sick on the other side. Just do it. All right. Get it done. Get it done. Start the new year without that thing. Man. Oh, we are gripping. We are gripping to things here, aren't we? All right. A couple of you, this is, we're going to start moving towards healing chronic illness, okay, with the 7D download. There are a couple of you who are straight up married to your identity as someone with chronic illness. And that's not victim flaming. I saw someone said twin flame, victim flaming. This is this is the first thing we're going to do is we're going to release the version of us that exists. I quit doing drugs, and 4 years later, I still called myself an addict. And I didn't really go to meetings anymore, but I still, my whole identity was that I was an addict. And I went to buy, and I've definitely told this story on Mormon and the Mad Head. I don't know if I've told it on Soberish, but I went to buy a hypnosis business from a woman. And we talked and I was like awake, but like not real wooed out. I mean, I was buying a hypnosis business, but we talked for like an hour, and then I was like, hey, by the way, I feel like I need to tell you something. I'm an addict. And she was like, yeah, no shit. You wear that like a name tag. Why? And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, you carry it like an identity. Why are you like, how long has it been since you did drugs? And I said, 4 years. And she said, why are you identifying as that? And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, you did drugs. You had a drug problem. You are not an addict. Like, why is that your identity? Why is that the character you've chosen to play? And I was like, it took me 3 more years before I stopped letting people call me an addict. But this is the marriage here, okay? You are a person who has fibromyalgia, rheumatoid arthritis, Lyme disease, whatever. You are a person who has dealt with, who is working through, who is hacking, whatever. Start to change your relationship with this, because you're going to hop off of this timeline. It's not going to be magical thinking bullshit, but you're going to find balance in this. But you are currently married to this character you've been playing with this. Yeah. Depression is a part of the ascension process. So this is like step 1. We're about to get off of this train. Okay. Yes, I say the most ridiculous shit sometimes. It's pretty funny. I do think there's a benefit in early, especially alcoholism, to like identify as that, to like get it through your fucking head that you can't use. But there is no going back to original health. Hard to let go of that. I have to accept there is a new health and I have to get into it. Yeah. So I have a lot of thoughts on this subject, obviously, because I've been dealing with it, but it is like collectively, even the way that we're looking at climate change, we are out of resonance. And when you bring something back into resonance, it heals. That's it. We are out of resonance. This entire thing with Lyme disease, like the more I read about it, it's not even the Lyme disease. It's that there's microbes in my body. They want to just get to another tick. They existing in my body threw off the ecosystem. So my body is flailing. And what the fuck do you mean, the yoga movement behind my head? I gotta stop looking at that. Got a fucking ADD. Anyway, start drafting up divorce papers, okay, for this. A couple of you who picked 2 and 3, this is just hammering home that you cannot escape from the same message, okay? Into your well-being to release this. One of you is that you have to quit your job. All right. Change and acceptance. And the sage. Okay. So this is I almost want to read these backwards. Acceptance, then change, releasing this. Maybe I don't. Accept the thing that you've been fighting, because it's like we have 2 speeds. We like find out that we're sick and then we fight it, and then when we lose, it becomes our entire thing. And I've already caught that like trying to happen with me. And it's like, I'm not brain fog. I am not aching joints. I am not a backache. These are things that are currently happening to my body because my body's out of balance, and I'm going to restore balance. Sorry, I didn't mean to click on that. For those of you that this is an identity thing, okay, just start doing the work. I can't stop clicking on that. I like how I'm like, I am not brain fog, and I just have said nothing for like 3 straight minutes. Fucking flailing. Okay. So 2 and 3, the gist is you have to let go of something between now and October 18th. For 2, it's mostly connection. And for 3, it is mostly a negative, like self-image, something you hate. Release the thing you hate, release the thing you don't like, but you're convinced you can't live without. Okay. And number one, get weird. It's just weird. Like you're waiting for your guides to come in and like send you a certified piece of mail. It's like not going to work like that. You don't have to talk to yourself. You don't know how to talk to your guides, talk to yourself. You feel like a fucking idiot. Yeah, I think that might be it. Cause I don't feel like, killing it right now. You're making it too big of a deal. I don't know what do you want to do? There is no answer to this. Whatever you do, you're only going to be doing for less than a year anyway, because something else is going to happen. What is a yoga position above my head? What are we talking about? Oh, are you just saying above your head, period? Oh my God. I agree with this. I love that. Don't just like go quit your job tomorrow and then get mad at me though. Do your work around it first. Thank you. I waited my whole life to be told that. All right. Thank you for all these a guy on what are you talking about? I feel like you guys are fucking with me. Is there a secret chat somewhere where you guys are just making shit up? Or are you talking about aliens? That's exactly what's happening. They're all fucking with me. There should be readings open right now. I opened some up the other day. I like quietly open them sometimes. March, but just do the other thing. Figure out the other thing that you want. Okay, so the death of the old world will be going on till like 2023, 2024, but we will identify less and less with it. So it's kind of like, have you ever left a religion and then you're just like, wow, or like people still drink Sobe, you know what I mean? They still drink fucking things after I stop drinking them. Like that's how it's gonna feel. It's like, wow, the people are still playing with that old world. If your job causes pain but still helps as well, you don't want to quit the job. A lot of times people are just like, they don't actually want to quit the thing. And so they create this idea in their head where they're like, I want to quit this job, but I need the money. And it's like, you can create money anywhere. So like, why have you chosen that this is the only place you can get it? And sometimes it's limited thinking, but a lot of times it's that they don't actually want to quit for whatever reason. The card I pulled had a yoga move on it, I think. All right. Well, thank you. Everyone else is fucking with me. I once hit a man over the back of the head with a Sobe bottle. He did something really fucked up to me, but then I hit him in the back of the head, knocked him out with a Sobe bottle because the cap told me to. It was a synchronicity. I told you in February, so I guess a little after the New Year is when I'm leaving. Sick. Shane, fuck you. Whenever you want to leave your job, Miriam, you don't want to do it. So we'll figure that out, I guess, when we talk. The cat is very cute. All right. I'm done reading these. So be it. Oh my God. Ashley, you were killing me yesterday. The jokes about Mark building the desk. All right. Here's the thing. You all keep asking when you can quit your job. You are a galactic being parading as a human. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Just start living your life like a galactic being. Ask yourself, what do you want to do instead of that job? And then kind of do it. I mean, you are without limits. You are a galactic being. You are an 8, 9, 10 dimensional being on a 3rd dimensional planet. If you could just wake up in the morning and fucking remember that all day, then you could just kind of reach your hand out, have money, and do whatever you want. You guys are actually pretty funny. Yeah. So I feel like we're in like this place of going like, when can I do this? And it's like, I like feel bad doing some people's readings because like now the new power I have is that I just talk to their oversoul, and their oversoul is just like, what do you want? It's like, where did I hide this map of what I'm supposed to do? And it's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to quit your job? Yes, but I need the money. Okay. Then you don't want to quit your job. That doesn't mean, like, we create these things. We create this. Either I can have money or I can have a job I love. Like that is you pulling 2 possible timelines. There's an infinite number of timelines. I don't know why I sound mad. I'm not mad. There's an infinite number of timelines. And then we say stupid shit like, I love it. I hate this job, but it pays good. And it's like, okay, find something fun that pays good. It's all that worker bee virtue. Especially when we spend like a long time in something we don't want to be in, we start to turn it into like a whole fucking pendulum. Do we? I don't know why I want to tell you guys what I'm doing next, but the how goes like this. What do you want to do? Who do you want to help? I want to help the homeless. Okay, what would you do to help them? I would create a service that offers them this, this, and this. Okay, how much money would that cost? I don't know. What kind of permits do you need for that? I don't know. And it's like, okay, do it. Just go do it. That reality is it's that fucking stupid. It's that stupid. I want to buy a chunk of land. I want to build. I'm furious right now. I want to buy a chunk of land. I want to build. I'm just talking to you guys how the aliens talk to me now. I want to build sustainable housing on it. And then I want to have people come out and for 2 months and integrate their fresh new awakening. So plant medicine, mental health professionals, healers, everyone's there. And while you're there, you help build some more sustainable, like right now we're using aircrete things on the property so that we can make it bigger and bigger and bigger. And so for those 2 months, you have a scholarship that is paying your bills at home. So for 2 months, you get to leave the matrix and you just get to focus on your healing and your integration. So then when you go back to the real world, you get to, you're just like ready, right? And then if you want, you can then donate money back into the project that gave you the, not gave you the life, but helped you get on your feet if you want. So then I'm like, that's what I want to do, right? I want to do like a physical place. It's an imagination project. Now, in order to create that, I first of all talk about it a lot. I don't talk about it to people. I don't throw my pearls before swine. I don't piss into the wind and talk to negative Nancys about it. I talk about it, and then I like drown myself. I immerse myself in how do I actually make this happen? What do I need as far as the land? What do I need as far as the buildings? We're currently working on like things like practice aircrete buildings. What practically goes into that? What kind of fucking permits do I have to get? Whatever. And every minute spent investing into that, I'm not asking the question, can I? Of course I can. I came here to do this. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm just doing it. I'm just working towards it. And then I'm like, when I get to the point where it's like, I need money, I'm just like, well, where do I get the money? I don't go, okay, I'm just going to wait until money shows up. I go, how much money do I need? How much money can I get away? Like, what's the bare minimum I can get away with? Okay, I need this. Okay, where do I get the money? The money exists, and it exists somewhere within my reach. Otherwise, I wouldn't have this idea. And then I just don't stop until I get it. And sometimes I hit brick walls, real brick walls. You tell the difference between like the energy being like, not yet, and then I back off. Imagination Project, the website I tried to start, and it just wasn't, I got sick and everything else. I go, okay, I'll wait. In the meantime, what else do I want to do? What can I do to be of service? A lot of times people are just like, I just don't want to work this job. And that's the extent of it. And that's like fine also, but it has to be a little bit more than that sometimes because, I don't know. There's a part of you that's trying to get you to do something else. Yeah, there's some people you're just like, for the next few months especially, you're just healing. Reality is that stupid. Hello, you missed it. It was not, I would watch it on 2 times speed if I were you. All right. Really, it feels off the rails to me. Those are my cult plans. It's a real transient cult. Yep. Dude, the aliens are exasperated. They're just exhausted. They don't care. They're just annoyed at this point. They're like, tell them to get the fuck to work. And getting the fuck to work, it might not be time. You might not have the map yet because it's not time. But it is time to wake up every morning and remember that you are a galactic being and that you are, not to say superior, but kind of superior. Like, imagine if this was the military and every day what's the top officer like fucking forgot that they were the top officer and they just walked in and to the cadets, they were just like, cadets, are you gonna let me eat today? You know, it's like, it's a fucking fuck what the humans are doing, fuck what the humans think. Like, you are a galactic being. You are a god on this planet. You are the most powerful being on the planet. Feel your feelings, work through your trauma, whatever. But like in 2021, we take this bitch over. All right. Did someone say, I don't care for Shane? Shane is one of my personal favorites in the whole group, so I'm gonna assume that was a joke. I feel so stupid right now. All right. Yeah, so for some people, it is like there is a bit of what is your job and whether or not we need your job yet. But at the minimum, pointing our perception at at creating the new world. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to click on the thing that said I don't care for Shane. I think I thought it was a joke. I didn't mean to fucking stir shit up or make it weird. Sorry. I have got to figure out a way to how to let this fucking live stream exist without it being completely distracting. Okay. I thought it was a joke. It seemed funny to me, but all right, I got to get out of here. I feel insane. So that's your thing, pile one. It's weird, like it's all weird. That's another big thing. And then I'm going to shut the fuck up for real. Like you're all guides are talking to you. Your guides are talking to you. It requires you to talk to yourself is essentially the whole thing. There's 111 people in the chat. It requires you to talk to yourself. It requires you to do things that make you feel nuts. If you're following what Spirit tells you in the beginning, you feel like a crazy person. And it's imagine being a child with a pretend, like an invisible friend. And a lot of moving into our gifts is very similar. It's a lot of just like wacky fucking shit. If I told you all the things that the aliens ever made me do, and there is no like, I know it's aliens now because I've had enough confirmation, but in the beginning it was just my thoughts saying, go tell that person, you know, that they have to heal the fact that their dad molested them or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, really, this is the grocery store. And yeah, they used to make me just like move my furniture for no reason, fucking do weird shit with my body. And then after a while, it was good. All right, is something weird happening again? Yeah, I'm a high priestess in fart magic. Oh, gonna be a whole lot of coming out of the closet too in 2021. Gonna kind of need to be not evangelizing, but waving flags. So yes, that door just opened. That was a dog walked through. There's a constant animal parade in this house. All right. Talk to you guys later. I'll hopefully be better at this then. It's the last night of the Patreon. If you can't afford to get charged tomorrow, hop out. We'll see you when you get back. All right. Bye-bye.